All right, guys, here we go. Another episode of I Fail More Than You. So, when I think of failures, I think of a lot of different things. I think about failures financially, I think about failures personally, I think about failures in business, I think about failures in relationships, all across the board. And so, here's one failure that I had when I was 16, and I thought I was bigger and on top of the world and bigger than any circumstance. And I decided that when I was 16, that because I was taller than my father by, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 inches or whatever, and physically I looked down at him, that all of a sudden he couldn't tell me what to do, and he wasn't going to lead or guide me any longer. And I remember getting into an argument with my mom, and I was being disrespectful. And at the end of the day, I said things that were very disrespectful to my mom, and we get in an argument. My dad steps in. I decide to tell him that, and it was my stepfather, by the way, and I decided to tell him that he doesn't have anything to do with this. This is between me and my mom. And he proceeded to let me know very clearly that he's had everything to do with it because that was his wife. And I bumped up chest against him, and I thought him and I were going to get ready to go fisticuffs, and he decided to put me up against the wall and look straight up at me as he had my feet dangling about a foot in the air. And he was crystal clear with me that that was never going to happen again in my life. And the truth is it's never happened again. And sometimes we need those reality checks in our life. And guys, at the end of the day, that was an epic fail on my part, both being disrespectful to my mom and to my father, both who are just awesome people. And for young kids who are 16, 15, 14, and they think that they can buck up to their parents, first and foremost, don't do it. Don't do it. It's disrespectful and it's inappropriate, and it never gets you anywhere. Secondly, holy cow, I don't care how big and how bad and how successful you think you are and how cool you think you are. Let me just tell you, it doesn't feel cool with your feet dangling, looking down on your father, knowing that he could snap you in half at that point in time in your life. And that's not a cool feeling to ever have. And I will just tell you that me and my dad and my mom, we are all great friends now, and I have extreme respect for them, and we have a great relationship. And I think a lot of that has to do with an epic fail in my life that I had to learn from. And I hope that this helps you guys, and another fail and another reality of I fail more than you. There's no doubt.